What is going on, guys? My name is Kenji and welcome back to my channel. I hope it's not the first time you're watching one of my videos, but in case it is, I am a fourth year medical student and biomedical science graduate studying at King's College London. And in this video, I'll be taking you guys through exactly how I make these videos. I'm going to be talking about my filming setup, including my lights, my microphone, and also everything that you see behind me as well. To kind of make these videos look professional and also have like a nice kind of aesthetic vibe to it as well. What I do want to start off by saying is that if you want to start a YouTube channel, do not worry about all of these things. I'd actually invest into a proper camera until I probably reach around 8,000 subscribers. Up until that point, I used to make videos off of my phone. Literally the phone I have behind me, which is a Samsung. I used to use this phone to film all of my videos in 4K. So if you want to start a YouTube channel, don't worry about all this fancy stuff and don't be intimidated by it. Just use your phone and start off what you have and see if YouTube is something that you enjoy and something you want to continue doing. Once you kind of feel like this is definitely something I want to do, definitely something I want to invest my time in, then you can start kind of thinking about upgrading your setup and making your videos look more professional. But with that being said, let's go ahead and show you guys exactly how I film my videos. So first and probably the most important part of my setup is my camera. And in order to show you guys my camera, I'm going to flip over to my phone, back towards the old days of filming on my phone, and show you guys the camera setup. Then I'll take my camera off of my tripod and show you guys the rest of my setup as well. So let's start by talking about my camera. So I'm not entirely sure how good this looks on my phone, but this over here is my camera. So this is the Sony a6400 camera, which I absolutely love. This first camera that I actually ever bought and invested in. What I really like about this camera is that it has a flip screen, and I think it's the only Sony camera that actually has a flip screen. So as I'm recording and as I'm sat down here, it really is nice to see exactly what I'm recording and to see how it looks like behind me. And that's the main thing that I like about this camera. The lens that I use as well is these kind of standard lens that comes with this. I'll make sure to put whatever lens I'm using up on the screen so you guys can go ahead and get that if you want to. So that is the camera that I use. I want to switch back over to this camera, take it off the mount, and show you guys the rest of the setup. So the second most important part of the setup is the audio. So I'll show you guys exactly what microphone I use just now. So let's go ahead. So the microphone that I use over here is the Rode Mic Video Pro Plus, which is absolutely amazing. The sound quality on this is so good. And as you guys can see, it's attached over here to a microphone stand. I can't actually remember what this microphone stand is called, so I'll make sure to put it up on the screen. But what is really key here to show you guys is it's right above my head. So you guys can see over here, this is where I sit to film my videos. And right above my head is the microphone. Also attached to my microphone as well is a really long extension cable. And this cable is around maybe 4 meters long. That goes all the way down the microphone stand, down below, and connects to my microphone over there on my tripod. The reason why it's so important to have the microphone as close to your head as possible is that the closer your mouth is to the actual microphone, the better your sound quality will actually be. So to give you guys an example, if I was to move away from my camera, if I was to move kind of all the way back here, you may not hear my voice as clearly, you may not hear it in as much detail. So it really is important to be as close to the mic as possible. So you guys can actually see this, but my mouth is probably maybe one hand away from the actual microphone. It's just here above my head. And if you guys want to have good quality sound, it really is important to have the microphone as close to you as possible. And you can do it in two ways. You can essentially have it like I have here over my head, or you can also buy a kind of clip-on microphone, which is what I used to use back in the day. But of course, that's not as aesthetic. So having it right above my head here is a really good way to capture all of the sound. What I've got to mention as well is my camera is supported on one of these Amazon Basic tripods over here, which is really nice. It's really tall, so it sits right above my head. It holds my camera in place. Behind my camera as well, I have my light. So you guys can see over here, I have a really big light. It's really important to make your videos look a lot more professional. And with this light is actually a softbox. So there's kind of like a white sheet on top of the light, which makes my skin look very soft. And it's not really a harsh light kind of shining onto my skin. And again, this is a random sort of light that I found on Amazon for around 40 or 50 pounds. But ever since I bought it, it's been doing an amazing job in making my videos look very professional. And I'll just show you guys the difference that having this light actually makes. So this is what my room looks like with the light on. And if I turn it off, this is how dark my room looks. As you can see, there's a shadow coming from above from my microphone, and the whole kind of setting just looks very dark, and my face looks really dark as well. So it's so important to have a light like this to make everything look really bright and a lot more like visually aesthetic as well. So those are the main things that I use to film. I'll just show you guys what I use for my background to make my background look very, again, more visually pleasing. So I'll take the camera off and show you guys that just now. So there are a few things that are part of my setup which is so important just to make it look that tiny bit better. The first thing that you guys will notice is my big kind of widescreen monitor behind me, and that is just something that just kind of adds to the feng shui of the video. Over on this monitor as well is where I do all of my editing. As you can see on the right over there is my MacBook Pro, which is connected to my monitor, and it's really good because it's 29 inches, so I'm able to edit all of my videos straight onto my monitor, which makes it so much easier when editing my videos. And that's something that I have behind me at all times. On the left as well, there's this kind of random lightning bolt, like Harry Potter thing that I have up on the wall as well. Again from Amazon, and I'll link that down below as well. And then on the left as well, I have a fake plant, and that's a fake plant that I bought from Argos, which again just makes my background look a bit better. Next to that as well, I have a Phillips Hue Bluetooth bulb, which adds a bit of colors to the background. And what I really like about that is that you can actually change the colors from your phone. So over on my phone, I can change it to blue, I can change it to dark blue, I can change it to purple, and having that in the background again just makes my videos look that bit better. On top of the lights as well, up here I have my degree. Over there I also have my graduation photo, and also one of my first research publications that I made, and that's one of the things that I have in the background as well. Also, not to mention, above my monitor as well, I also have another stand that I also sometimes attach my microphone to. If I make a video where I'm kind of sat down there below on my desk, having a stand above it with my microphone again just brings the microphone closer to my mouth when I'm speaking at my desk as well. So that is behind the scenes of how I make all of these YouTube videos for you guys. Again, if you want to start YouTube, don't worry about all these kind of fancy equipment and stuff like this. This is all something you can invest in with time. It's also really important to say that this is honestly all that I use to run this YouTube channel with 30,000 subscribers. It's honestly not that fancy. I'd probably call it quite budget. All of this stuff probably costs around maybe £1,400 in total. So it's not that fancy, because I know that some of my friends who are bigger YouTubers spend thousands of pounds on their home recording setup. So this isn't the most expensive and the best recording setup, but this is what I've used to make my videos over the past couple of years to get the 30,000 subscribers that I have. I really hope this video has been useful for you guys and it's been informative. Thank you so much for watching. If you have found it useful, please make sure to subscribe, leave it a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one.